Hello, so I'm excited to share with you all the things that have helped me along my journey of holistic living in the past few years that I've been practicing it. So, the first question is my personal journey. What sparked my interest? I was actually really deep into spirituality. I was a Christian at the time, and I was just looking to improve myself once I had children or my son. I realized that I wanted to be a better version of myself and that who I was just wasn't resonating with where I wanted to be in my life. So I started making changes and I realized that I wasn't living the life that I really wanted to live. I started out by cutting out meat. And at the time, I thought I was doing it to become more spiritual. But what I was really doing is becoming a more healthy version of myself. So that's what started my initial journey. I am now a fruitarian, and that's what feels like the best thing for me now. I understand that not everybody's going to be that extreme, so they say. But this is what helps me. I've healed diseases like this, and I've healed a stomach disease and a liver diseases in my mind. I also used to be addicted to drugs and alcohol and cigarettes. Passionate about this because if people knew and understood the power of healing and how accessible it is, then the world would be a much better place. So, number three, I think. Okay, what mindful practices do I incorporate in my daily life, and how have they impacted my well-being? Every day, I consume something that is going to make me feel like a better person. So, I love watching podcasts. Podcasts have really changed my life. And this is something that I've been doing every day for the past, I don't know how many years now. And I love to learn new things. Learning is knowledge, gives us so much wisdom. And especially when we apply it to our lives, then you really start to see huge shifts in your mentality. Something that I highly recommend is regular routine decluttering. When I first started this journey, I got rid of everything. If you, the dream version of yourself, if you couldn't see the dream version of yourself having the thing that you're holding on to, you should not be holding on to it. It's taking up space and energy in your home. Like, I'm always looking around, do I need this? Why do I still have this? Am I going to get used out of this? Every day. Some form of meditation, some form of exercise, getting outside, walking, every single day. I'm always doing these are mindful practices that I do every day, spending time with my children, making sure I clean something in my home. These are mindful things that I do every day. Journaling, I journal a lot. Spiritual practices, and recently I've realized that everything is spiritual. I say this because spirit means breath. That's what the actual word means itself. Just inherently spiritual. That's just a label that and story that we give it. But I no longer subscribe to the stories that we have created. I just know that we are existing and that we have access to knowledge that can help us become the healthiest version of ourselves. And that's what I live by. This has really grounded me in knowing who I am. I mentioned that I practice a fruitarian lifestyle, but it was not always this way. I also said that I just cut out meat in the beginning. So I cut out meat in the beginning, and after that, I tried I cut out meat, still continued to eat the vegan substitutes for meat, which really was not as healthy. I feel like I should have just ate the meat because, to be honest with you, it can help in a way, but ultimately those are made in labs, and meat is something that actually comes from nature. I also say that the meat is extremely altered because it is injected with a bunch of hormones to maintain its freshness. Then I stopped eating that. I didn't like the way that it was making me feel. And I became a pescatarian, which meant that I was eating shrimp and I was eating seafood, a lot of seafood. I don't eat fruits and vegetables. And this also helped me. Everything that I'm mentioning was essential on my journey. Like it all helped me to get to where that I am right now. And this is not, I'm not saying this is what you have to do. I'm just sharing what has helped me. Along my journey, I was already getting healthy, and then I was informed by the doctor during my second pregnancy that I had a liver disease. I was terrified. I didn't know if I was going to pass this to my child, and there was a lot of things that I was really terrified about. And I decided whenever I got the diagnosis that I was going to heal myself holistically with the journey that I was already on, and I knew that I was going to use it as a testimony to share with other people, and here I am doing it. So that's a really beautiful thing. No medications, by the way. That is very, very important that I want to add. I did that with no medications all by myself. You have the power to heal your body. Your body, well, I mean, it's not even really you have the power, it's your body that has the power. You have the power also, but I'm saying like our body has a natural ability to heal. So I healed that disease by eating this way. And then once I leaned away from the pescatarian, I just started eating a lot of cooked vegetables and fresh fruit. So I would always start my day, I would break my fast, which, we're sleeping and then we wake up. We're in a fasted state while we're sleeping. So I broke my fast, which was what breakfast means. You're breaking a fast. And I to this day, I always, for I would say like 2 years now. Oh, I just realized that for like 2 years now, I always eat a juicy fruit in the morning. No exceptions. I'll make no exceptions to hydrate. I have for breakfast every single day, and then at the time I would eat a some kind of soup for lunch and a salad in the evening time, and I would snack on fruit in between these times. So that's what really helped me transition. I knew that my ultimate goal was to only eat fruit because I wanted to be a healthier version of myself. I did this slowly, but I beat myself up a lot along the way, which is what I think set me back. It held me back. And I don't want that to happen to you. So that's why I'm sharing my journey with you. But next question is how to balance energy and to not face burnout. You will not face burnout if you honor your body. Something that I'm learning is whenever you are building, like think about when you're building muscle, it's not going to happen overnight. You have to work at it. The same thing with your practices, with your eating. It's not going to happen overnight. You have to accept that in the beginning, that anything that you do to contribute to your health is important and you are making progress. It is not going to happen overnight and it does not have to. You know that you're on the journey to being better. And that's what you should focus on instead of, oh, I should be there, or comparing yourself to Sue and Sally. Why are you doing that? Stop doing that to yourself. You're just going to feel like crap. Okay? I did the same thing to myself. Like I was breastfeeding and I was going on these extended juice cleanses. Don't get me wrong, I think they are beautiful, but mentally, it wasn't helping me because I was comparing myself to others and thinking that I was unworthy just because I wasn't where somebody else was, and I wasn't as high vibrational as them, is what I was telling myself and believing. Working on yourself to the best of your knowledge and ability is high vibrational. Like you are already on the path. Okay? So listen to your body and trust your intuition. If you are craving something, ask yourself, from what place am I craving this from? Is it emotional, or do I feel like it's something that my body needs? You'll know. You'll know. What does nourishing my body mean to me? Nourishing my body to me means that I allow my body a state of relaxation so that I can receive energy. And we are all constantly receiving energy, but we must allow the space for this if we want to cultivate and enhance our energy. So, we have a biomagnetic field around us. Think about how a radio works. There's radio waves. So, this is scientific studies. Radio waves, and just like the radio, we have waves that come off of us that we are attracting and deflecting. We have energy. We are made of energy, and everything around us is energy. So, I make sure this is the number one thing in my life right now that I do, because I know that ultimately what's sustaining me is the spirit that we call is the breath, and the breath, which is ultimately consciousness, which means you're breathing in awareness. That's what nourishing my body means to me. And also, I nourish my body still through the fruit right now. Routine like, what's my daily routine like? So I get up in the morning and I'm so excited for my day. I love waking up in the morning. I'm like, what am I going to do today? Like, what am I going to create today? This is what this lifestyle does for you. You are so happy and in alignment that you wake up and you're excited for the day. Right now, I start out with a meditation. Well, the first hour is a teaching lesson from my mentor. In the second hour, we cultivate, which means, we practice our energy work, which means to gain a stronger energy field so we can become a healthier version of ourselves. Whenever we're meditating, we're reducing inflammation and stress in our body. And so we are allowing the energy to flow through us. The lighter that you're eating, the easier it is to work and have the energy flow through you, because you're not creating a bunch of blockages in the body. Okay? I will wait about an hour or two, and then I will eat my fruit and play with my children. And sometimes I'll watch a podcast, I'll do some work around the house, I'll create some content, exercise, and I will spend more time with my children. We'll go on walks, I'll go out and run errands. That's my daily life. Getting kind of dark here. I'm going to go ahead and answer this last question, which is how to create positive mindset and manifest goals. So if you want to create a positive mindset, you have to work at this every single day. You have to give attention to all of the thoughts that you're having in your mind. And you really need to ask yourself if these thoughts are true, or if this is a story that you believe based on events that have happened in your life, like something that's happened from your childhood or that somebody said to you and that you have believed. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's true. And I'll go over more of that in different videos. But you just make sure that each and every day you are cultivating a positive mindset by your habits, your choices, and anything that you do is going to affect your life. So make sure that you're being mindful of how you're spending your time, who you're hanging out with, and the kind of person that you're being. So thanks for watching, and I hope this helps you.